Hi guys, Ray here, City Fan TV. Hope you are all well. What a bag of shite that game was, especially that first half. City have just beaten Chelsea by 1-0 at Stamford Bridge, and tell you what, I don't know what Pep was up to. That was not. I don't think that was a good performance, guys. At the end of the day, we said when I talked to Bernard yesterday, all that matters is those lovely 3 points. Theo Tran played okay, got the joined up, but nothing convincing. He says, "Come on, Brad. Nice to see you, Brad." Chris Welch got the win. All that matters is that win, but man, that first half, I don't know what Pep was up to. He said, apparently, when Walker, Cancelo, and Foden started, he said he was listening to the fans. A lot of bag of shite, Pep, bag of shite. Bad game job done. Absolutely, Ali. Look, it was all I can think of is that was a lot of crap. First half, man, took us over 30 minutes to have a shot. That wasn't even on target. Yeah, terrible. And then he yanks Walker and Cancelo at half time. You know, different tactics, different personnel weren't working, and we made what has been basically a bang average Chelsea side. They were still crap, but they weren't that much different to us, really. If we're being honest, they had their chances to score. You know, they hit the post. They had, especially after they'd scored. After we'd scored. They had a bundle of half chances. Kid at the end, Hall. If you remember him, he had a couple of really cracking opportunities in the League Cup when we beat them that he should have scored from, but he missed. And again today, but Chelsea twice in injury, in added on time, twice they were behind us. And I'm thinking, like, hang on, what's going on? We're winning 1-0. We should be seeing this game out. We should be having a lot of players back, and they're up in their other half. At one point, they had 5 players bearing down on us, and we had 3 defenders and the keeper. I don't know what was going on. Alec Johnson, that's the best comment I've heard all night. First half, as bad as watching Spurs. Sean, how you doing, buddy? Stones was class, absolutely. He's fantastic. Mahrez and Grealish made the difference, but apart from that, it was an average performance, a huge win. All that matters. Rico was decent at the end. Look, Grealish, come on. Mahrez, come on. They combined for that goal. Did you really do much else? Really? You know, KDB had a couple of nice touches, good cross or two. Went brilliant. You know, you look around at, I think Stones was very, very good. But the rest of them, I really don't know what to say, guys. I'm just content that we got over the line. We won the game because, man, that was hard work. Really was. Very, very difficult watching that because so many misplaced passes. Not just, I mean, Chelsea weren't much better, but we give that ball away so many times. It's really didn't know what was happening, guys. If you're new to the channel, it would be nice if you could subscribe. But almost at 800 subscribers would be really nice if we could hit the 800 tonight. Gives a thumbs up. Always nice to get a like here and there. But guys, tell me, what do you think? You know, what do you think with Pep's new formation? I did talk about having 3 at the back. Is Kevin in need of a rest? Well, need of a rest or being dropped. He's not really pulling up any trees. Who did, to be honest? Umar Abdul Rahman, hi, nice to see you, buddy. That was a poor performance. Haaland needs to add more to his game. Can't be playing with Temin. Hi, Zoeb, hope you're well. It's up to the rest of the team to provide for Haaland. Having said that, he had a couple of opportunities, I think. He had one that he should have at least got on target. And I thought if he gets a decent shot, he's scoring. Takes a lot off pressure off us. But wow. Stones was solid, absolutely. So I think he was man of the match. He's my man of the match. Pretty much everything he did was calm and composed. But I don't understand it, how we were giving the ball away so much. That first half was horrible, as we say in France. Horrible. It was terrible. Or terrible. You can have that. Horrible and terrible. Haaland defended well tonight, says Alex. He worked hard. They all had to. They had to work hard. That's the minimum. But at times you think we were lackadaisical. I say at times, I think a bit far too often. Far too often. But I say it again, it's a tough all watch. As commentator said, we went through a part of this, most of the season. We were averaging 4 goals a game. 4 goals a game. We were battering teams, battering them. And now we're down to 2 goals a game. Struggled tonight, struggled against Everton. We're not creating as many chances. I mean, look, teams, you could not say teams have found us out, but I've said it before, with Haaland, we're not as unpredictable. I mean, Haaland's unpredictable because he's getting on the end of balls that and passes that no one would ever dream that he could get on the end of. But the rest of it is pretty one-dimensional. I certainly think City are good when we're moving that ball around at pace, moving it quickly, and passing it like Arsenal are doing at the moment, passing it around quickly, and teams just can't cope with that movement of ours. But when we're really slow and deliberate, it's giving opposition teams a chance to get back in numbers, get composed, set themselves up to defend, and we're finding it very, very hard to break teams down like this. Zohaib says Rodri was playing very deep. The press was non-existent, says Sean Fogarty. Alex says a forgettable game for sure. Pep has a problem with Cancelo and Foden, says Omar Abdurrahman. Well, I think he yanked Foden as well in midway through that second half. And obviously, Cancelo and Walker went out off at half time. I mean, it was a game for substitutes because Chelsea played 5 subs. They weren't messing about either. Alex says Pep doesn't have problems with players, just himself sometimes. Yes, sometimes I just think he thinks things through too much and fools himself. Omar Abdurrahman says that left back in this academy is solid enough to start playing our games now. What, Wilson, Esbrand? We got Gomez as well. I mean, sometimes you look at it. Look, we won the game. That's all that matters. You look at that and you think, how are these players playing for City? Cancelo didn't do it for me. Walker, don't think he had enough. Rodri had to go off because he had cramp. Can't believe that. I mean, what's the guy been doing? I can't believe he had to go off with cramp, but he did. It was a tough all watch. Zoeb says, wasn't the best performance tonight, but a win, and you have to take it. Look, as they say, champions grind out results at times, and we really ground that out. Rico Lewis is a huge boost for him, absolutely, Alec, because without Rico Lewis, I mean, we'd be playing Stonesy at right back. We'd be really, really struggling. But I've said before, we can play 3 at the back. Walker needs games. Akanji was good. Yeah, Akanji did the business when he come on most of the time. Ake generally was decent. Some subs, Umar Abdurrahman. Well, who knows what the subs are for? I certainly don't think Cancelo and Walker were injured. So he's yanked them off. Maybe he wasn't happy with his formation. Maybe he wasn't happy with the way they were playing. But I am lost for words tonight. I'm tired as well. But, it's, as I said, a tough all watch. Not really had time to think about the game. But, yeah, come on, City. We've got to be doing better than that, City. Come on, lads. Got to be doing better than that. But, yeah, well, look, we've got to roll on. That's all we can do, roll on. It will be interesting on Sunday to see who Pep picks for the Chelsea game, playing Chelsea at home in the FA Cup. Will Walker get another run out? Will Cancelo, given time to show what he can do? Will Phillips get a start with Rodri going off? If it's only cramp, then he'd be sorted for the next game. But is that the time to have Phillips starting against Chelsea? I think so. I think it's time to change it up. It is time to change it up. I'd like to see, let's say Laporte isn't fit. I'd like to see Walker needs more time, so I'd like to see him run out. I'd like to see Alvarez play. I'd like to see him start, in fact. Maybe give Haaland a rest. I can't understand Haaland, I mean, the kid, he's had all that time off, and he's not taking his chances. Alec, I hope we do. I hope we smash Chelsea in the rags. Omar Abdurrahman is worried about the Champions League game. Look, we've got another month, 5 weeks before that. Let's hope we start hitting form, get a mojo back. We haven't got it. That since obviously that Brentford game really was crap, basically. But we haven't got our mojo back. The Leeds one, well, Leeds haven't been playing well. And once we'd scored, they had to open up a little bit, and we took them to the cleans. But at least we were creating. That Liverpool game in the League Cup, in the Carabao Cup, we created loads of chances. We could have had 5 by half time. We could have had 8 or 9 in that game. And against Leeds, same again, 6-7 goals wouldn't have been out of place. Wouldn't have flattered us. But I mean, how many real chances did we have? We had that Ake. Was it Ake's header that hit at the post? KDB man of the match. I tell you what, I think he was lucky we didn't have any decent players on the bench. Otherwise, he could have been yanked. It was Stonesy for me. I think Stonesy, as I said earlier on, calm and composed, class act. But Pep's going to have to pull his finger out. We're going to have to sort this out because we can't be doing that. Grealish was all right, Alec. I'm not sure about good. He won a couple of free kicks. Wasted a bit of time. Obviously, he's got his pass for the Mahrez goal. I think keeper should have been doing a bit better than that. Stonesy was a rock, mate. Absolutely, Stonesy was a rock. But I just can't get away from that first half. We were awful. I got to be careful what I say. We were awful. And in second half, we were better, much better in the second half. But as we've said a few times now, there's not really a lot to say about this game, except we were poor first half, decent second half. The 3 points was all that mattered. Yes, Grealish and Mahrez combined for the goal. I just got to be happy that we got away with that. Chelsea could have easily scored at the end. I think they had a couple of decent opportunities. Stone's best defender by far, absolutely, Sean. I've been saying it for years. When the kid is fit, he's the best we've got around. Guys, thanks for joining me tonight. We will be recording a Bolt from the Blue podcast with Bernard and Mike later on. And that's going to be about 45 minutes. So that will probably go out tonight. And so you can probably catch that around maybe midnight, 12:30, whatever, 1 o'clock or something. Hopefully, anyway, if there's not too much editing to do. Guys, thanks for joining us. Look after yourselves. City, back in our hands, 5 points behind Arsenal. That's all that mattered, regardless of the below par performance. But we say those 3 points.